Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, where we'll be discussing the future of Microsoft Project and introducing the new Microsoft Project for the web. My name is Doug Welsby, and I'm the channel manager here at Wickersoft. I'm also joined by my colleague Jim Patterson, our director of sales. During today's webinar, attendees will be on mute and the line will not be open for questions. However, feel free to use the GoToWebinar question feature to submit questions. I will address these questions during the webinar and will respond via email if we do not get to your specific question. If for some reason you get distracted or pulled away from the webinar, no need to worry, as I will be emailing a link to the presentation once it's been posted to our YouTube channel. I'll now turn the presentation over to Jim, who will be handling the initial slides. Jim?
Thank you, Doug, and thank you everybody for your time today. We're excited to present this topic today. Hot off of the presses, Microsoft is actually initially announcing the next generation of Microsoft Project for the web, and we're going to talk about that today as it's brand new. They're going to be exposing more details about it at Ignite coming up here in the next week. And we're excited to be able to share with you the information that we can today and the generation of project and where it's headed and what it means to you as a business. So let's get into the topics at hand. So why is this changing? The digital transformation age and the age of disruption that brings has really brought about a new culture of work. We don't manage work and projects in our organizations the way we did, say, 20, 25 years ago. And in many cases, the tools that we're using have not kept pace with the way we do work. And in Microsoft, with Microsoft Project, Project Server, Project Online, provide a good solid foundation for the ways those things were done in the past. But as that's evolving, new demands and new requirements of our workplace and knowledge workers is demanding other things. There is a new culture of work in the way that we manage projects and other work within our organizations. First off, our teams are choosing their own tools. With the advent of the cloud and the easy accessibility to a variety of tools, different teams are picking the tools that are most conducive to the way they want to do work and the type of work that they're doing, meaning we end up with a proliferation of tools in a lot of organizations where we have a lot of different pockets and silos of information that really aren't coming together. And we're using different methods of work as well. The analysts are saying, and the numbers vary depending on the survey, but 73% of companies are using agile methods somewhere in their organizations for managing projects. And almost a like number, 69% of companies are still using predictive project management, more the waterfall types of approaches we're used to in the past with Microsoft Project. So the idea is we have to accommodate different work methods, different work styles, and different processes that people work as they collaborate together. So people want to work how they want to work and not be dictated on the tools that they want to use. Our teams also want simple and visual tools. The makeup of our workforce is changing. Analysts are saying that 50% of the workforce will be comprised of millennials by 2020, just around the corner. And not too long after that, 5 years later in 2025, that number is going to rise to 75%. And this generation is really used to an app culture, easy to get on your phone or your mobile device, start working without a lot of training and just get productive right away. The expectations on the tools on this workforce is different than it was years ago. They want to be able to get up and get the tools they want and get started fast and have something that's very intuitive. And also our key processes are now spanning across the enterprise. Our organizations are geographically dispersed. People are working more remotely and virtually these days. And we have work efforts that are spanning across all functional silos of an organization. So we need cross-functional collaboration to make those things happen. The analysts are saying that 79% of companies need cross-functional collaboration to successfully manage their complex projects and work. And that 65% of large organizations will actually enable non-IT staff to perform integrations, meaning having tools working together in the way that they need them to do, but do it from a business user's perspective. And we need help, these users need help to adapt and automate their tools to model their process and become more effective and more efficient in the way they manage work. So hence the evolution of project. This has been a little while in the making, but the future of project management is here. And we're here today to introduce the new project experience, or Microsoft Project, that's been reimagined, and what that means to you as an organization, and the tools and the opportunities that are available to you because of it. It's all about having a connected project management and work management platform. As you know, Microsoft is a leader in the cloud. With Office 365 being prevalent in the marketplace, Dynamics 365 as a business solutions platform. Those types of things are bringing people in Azure alone, with people putting workloads up in the cloud. Microsoft has a lot of capabilities up in the cloud that are now able to be all tied together. What you see at the bottom of the screen here with all these different platforms and opportunities within the Microsoft Cloud is the concept of a common data service for apps. This allows a common data store, or a one source of Microsoft data, that allows, no matter where you're working in the Microsoft Cloud, to have your information in a central place that's accessible for a variety of reasons, whether it's visibility, accessibility, analysis, whatever the need may be. And as we go into the whole project and work management realm, all the tools that are available to you in Office 365, Dynamics 365, et cetera, are now going to be extended. And if you look at the branching out from the project piece of the wheel, Project for the Web is now added to that. And all of these are going to feed this common data service, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But the idea now being is that having a connected platform that allows you to use the tools in the Microsoft stack that are most conducive to the way you do work and the tasks you have at hand. And so if we think about why this transpired and how it transpired, customers are demanding more and different ways of doing work. And even designed to meet the future state of work management, more and more we have not the traditional highly trained project managers managing projects and work. Oftentimes it's people that have been nominated in the technical realms or other parts of the business that now are thrown into the mix of having to manage projects. And they need something that's easy for them to get things accomplished with. And more we need web-based tools that develop over time and incrementally improve and get more capabilities as we evolve. And then having these things in the cloud, meaning that a lot of organizations need to know that they have a secure platform to work on. And all of the Microsoft project management tool direction that we're moving into today is addressing these fronts. So the idea is to work the way you want and get the results that you need. So the whole fresh new experience is to be able to start fast with simple web-based tools and be able to use a variety of different approaches to get your work done. You know, whether it be looking at a simple task list like you look up here on the screen today, or collaborating and getting a completion status from your teams, or be able to co-author on plans and update plans simultaneously, or work on these things through Microsoft Teams, which is rapidly taking hold within organizations today. The ability is to be able to do these things and leverage things from the cloud like AI-powered insights and Power BI and analytics, and be able to extend these things with the platforms that we're going to talk about here in this session as well. The idea is, whether it be working on project tasks in a task list, on more card-based Kanban style approaches like you see up here on the screen now, or even looking at the high level from a roadmap type of point of view. These capabilities all in the browser or from within Teams or on your mobile devices, the way people want to work today and the perspectives they want to take on the work that they have, and bringing work from a variety of sources together into one forum. So where does this fit in the gap? You know, traditionally we've had for a while at the lower end for basic work management, Office 365 Planner's been available for Kanban style things, but there's things it didn't do in resource management and dependency management, other things. There's the full-fledged project management tool with Microsoft Project Professional and Project Professional for Project Online. That's given the trained project manager all the robust set of tools that they need to manage things in an advanced project management discipline. And even Project Premium with some advanced project and portfolio management and analysis and selection had ways that have been around since 2006 to look and analyze your portfolio. So the gap that's being filled now with these things is on the basic project management side of things. Project for the Web is going to give us that simple browser-based way to do things, which is a step up from what people could do in Office 365 Planner, but doesn't require all the training and nuance that's needed for the professional project manager that was in Microsoft Project Professional. So it's nice filling a gap there for an audience that's ever growing for that, what we call the accidental project manager, the person that's been thrust into that role, not necessarily with formal training. And then on the advanced project and portfolio management side of things, being able to leverage PowerApps, which we'll talk about a little later on in the presentation, and OnePlan with pre-configured solutions for advanced project and portfolio management, we now have the full spectrum for all different audiences and all different types of capabilities available to us. So with that, let's talk about Project for the Web. And I'm going to turn this over to Doug Welsby at this point to demonstrate some of the new Project for the Web capabilities to you.
Great, thanks, Jim. I'll show my screen and present the session. We switch to monitor 2. Can you see the screens?
I can.
Great, thank you. So today I'll be taking you through a demo of the investments that Microsoft has made in this new modern project management solution. I'll be showing you the Project Home, which is a user configurable start page for quickly accessing the projects that you're focused on. This Project Home interface has been available as one of the first components of the solution for this new modern project management Project for the Web toolset for approximately a year now, and they fully integrated this with the new Project for the Web scheduling capabilities that we'll be illustrating in a few moments. We'll then move on to Project for the Web, this new simple and effective modern project management toolset, and finally examine how this is also integrated with the Project Roadmaps feature, which again was released approximately a year ago, giving us a glimpse into this new interface that Microsoft was introducing. The Project Home interface, as you'll see, I'm logged in as Daniel Williams, one of our demonstration personas, and I've favorited a few of the projects that I focus on. Within this interface, I'm seeing the software development project, which is one of the new Project for the Web projects. We see over on the far right, the social networking integration project, which I've been working on in my Project Online Project Web App interface. So we're mixing both new Project for the Web projects together with Project Online projects within the same Project Home access pane. If I wish to add another project to that, all I need to do is click on VoIP phones, say mark it as a favorite, and it's now one of the projects that I can easily navigate to and focus on. To open up one of these projects, I can initiate a new project from this pane by clicking on New Blank Project, or if I open up this existing software development project by clicking here, we'll now get a first glimpse at the new Project for the Web interface, and in this case, a grid-based view showing us the details of this specific plan. So it's a very modern interface with flexible capabilities to arrange the information we're seeing on screen, move columns around. If I wish to, for example, move this assigned to column over to one of the other areas on the screen and put it beside the task names. I can, at this point in time, add another column, hitting this drop down and putting on, for example, an effort column around this particular series of tasks that I've scheduled out within the plan. I can navigate through my list of tasks by scrolling up and down and or easily collapsing some of these areas within the interface as well. You'll see here we're showing names for the tasks, who it's assigned to, duration, start and finish information, and of course a nice modern look and feel with highlighted areas where the finish date has slipped or we've gone past that, percent complete indicators, other indicators, including an agile or Kanban type of approach that Jim showed you in one of the slides earlier. We'll navigate through to those boards and see how we've organized this plan by buckets, including sprints and backlogs where this work's being organized. So within this plan, if I wish, I can go through and add an additional task quite simply. So if I wish, I'll click here, just say that I want to insert a task within the plan, and this task name that I'm adding is going to be called Notify the Team. And this is the team that I'm building out for this particular plan. I'm going to add Daniel as the assigned to for this particular task. I might also want to take these tasks because I'm notifying the team and securing core resources. These are all part of my initial scope within this project, so I'm going to indent these tasks. So I'll take this task, make it a subtask. And when I do that, you'll see the define preliminary resources task has become a summary task within this scope phase of this particular project. I'm going to indicate that notifying the team is also part of the activities there. Neither one of those tasks has started yet. However, I'm almost completed defining my preliminary resources for this project. So I'm going to go ahead, look at who's on this plan for me. This group for software development is an Office 365 group that's built out as part of the team building for this particular software development project. I'll just start entering the name of another resource, the Director of Support in this demonstration environment, Steve McGarrett. He's now on the team. We have 7 group members that we've added. So that's very similar to building out a team who's going to deliver a project within Microsoft Project Desktop or within Project Online. And now that I'm done building up my team, I'm going to go ahead and secure my core resources. I'm going to mark that as complete. And I'm going to mark notify the team complete as well within this project plan. You'll see immediately these indicators of 100% complete changed on those particular tasks, and the define preliminary resources summary task was also marked as complete. The next thing I want to show is the new board interface for visualization of the tasks within this project plan. We have a number of choices as to how we're grouping these. This concept of buckets, in this case, backlog, sprint 1, sprint 2, etc. Can change this view very quickly to a progress indicator, what's not started, in progress, or completed. And you'll see the tasks that we just completed, including notify the team, have been marked as completed. I can change this view to a view by finish date, showing tasks that are late, that are due this week, or are coming up in the future. And then finally, of course, there's a full timeline view showing a familiar Gantt chart-like interface for this particular project, showing those tasks, indicators of their percent complete, and the relationships between the tasks on this plan with the ability to zoom in, zoom out, and navigate around within this interface to view the organization of this plan, who's assigned to the various tasks, and of course a Gantt chart representation showing you the entire life cycle of this project. I'll return back to the grid, and here we'll look at some of the tasks that are ongoing within the plan. Within phase 2, the analysis and software requirements activities, we see here there's a task called develop preliminary budget. If I hover over here, I see that Steve Masters and WoFat have been assigned to this particular task. I can open up the details of this task, and you'll see a pane appears on the right, a flyout to show us that we can add a note, change the duration, maybe the percent complete, etc., on this particular task. Now remember, I'm logged in as Daniel Williams. I'm not one of the resources that's assigned to that task. So I'm going to switch context and go and edit this task as WoFat. And I've brought this dialog box up in the context of Daniel Williams to illustrate that the new project for the web application has co-authoring capabilities within the new interface. So you'll see immediately this develop preliminary budget task that I've been assigned to work on. If I open the details for this particular task as WoFat and add a note to it and just say comment by WoFat, you'll see that appearing in the other pane in the background as project synchronizes the information between this note that I'm typing in and the view that Daniel Williams has in his session within this software development project. I can then also go in and say, well, it was originally scheduled as 3 days, but I think this particular task is going to take me 4 days. And so if I change that information within this dialog, we'll see once again that that's being updated in the view in that session that Daniel Williams is working in. So this is the new co-authoring capabilities of this tool set, the ability for multiple resources multiple project managers, other individuals that are working on these plans to examine the same examine the same project, examine those tasks, and work on that project concurrently. I'll now return back to the project home, and we'll examine the project roadmaps feature. So again, roadmaps were introduced with the project home approximately a year ago, and these are visual, interactive roadmaps across projects from both Project Online and Microsoft Project for the Web, allowing you to visualize and share out a roadmap view with other users in your organization. No need to call the PMO to build you a new report. No need to involve others other than yourself and perhaps some key team members that are going to look at this innovation portfolio of project plans, highlight some key information about this portfolio, such as the kickoff, the development phase, the beta phase, etc. Expose that software development or this safe implementation project plan on the roadmap with some highlighted information and tasks coming directly from those plans, which gets updated as those projects progress, and as those tasks are completed, we'll see them marked. For example, this project here showing that analyze and design particular project that task has been completed. And then this last project we're showing on the screen, if I click on VoIP phones, the flyout's going to show us that this connection is to Project Online. So this particular project involved in the innovation portfolio is being delivered alongside some Project for the Web projects, mixing both Project Online and Project for the Web plans, deliverables, and projects in the same innovation portfolio interface. And then finally, before I turn it back over to Jim, no demo is complete unless we show you that we can visualize all of that information for these projects as we're delivering them directly within a Teams interface as well. So here's my full project plan showing the scope and all of the information about that plan, including immediately having updated to show me those secure core resources and notify team tasks that I added, indented, and completed, and the updates from WOFAT on the develop preliminary budget project task to indicate that this is a 4-day task. So we have full integration not only through a browser-based view, through the ability to visualize these within the project roadmap interface, but also, as you're seeing right here, directly within Teams as well. And with that, I'll turn things back over to Jim. Jim's going to walk you through the Power Platform part of the presentation. And when we return, we'll take a look at project management and a project management lifecycle inside that Power Platform experience. Jim?
Thanks, Doug. Appreciate the demonstration. And let me take back the presentation. All right, can you see my slide?
I can, thank you.
All right, terrific. So we have the leader at Microsoft, Satya Nadella, quoted as saying that the Power Platform is one of Microsoft's big bets. Microsoft 365, Dynamics 365, and Power Platform, on top of what they're doing with Azure, is the core of what they're doing as a company. And I think one of the great things is that they're bringing project and work management into the fold with that, and this move with the next generation of project into that mix. So the move here is where Microsoft's going, and we should all feel comfortable as we move on our own timetables that we're heading in the direction that Microsoft is taking and bringing additional capabilities and value to the platform. So as we go through and look at what the Power Platform is, it really is a low-code or no-code platform that spans all of the Microsoft platforms, whether it's Office 365, Dynamics 365, and all the standalone applications that are built in the Microsoft cloud. It includes Power BI for business analytics, PowerApps for actually building applications and extending the tools that we have in the Microsoft platform, and then Microsoft Flow for workflow automation and business process automation as we go through. There is an ever-increasing number of data connectors so that we have those applications working together and being able to have it be done by business users and not by developers. And even leveraging things like AI with an AI builder and the common data service as a central data store for all the information, as we said earlier on. Today, our focus is on how Project for the Web fits into this mix and how Project for the Web is built on the Power Platform for overall modern project management. So from a PowerApps perspective, you have the whole idea of on the Power Platform, the PowerApps gives you the ability to build custom apps, tailor the tools that are in here for your organization, for your business process and the way you look at the world and work. Oftentimes there's no code required, that you can actually do this through a drag and drop type interface and have it build the code on the back end for you. But there is ability to extend should you need to for more complex needs. The idea here is that you can basically structure in this case, a project and work management solution to be anything that you want it to be at any given point in time without having to do custom code development. On top of that, Microsoft Flow lets you automate and integrate business processes, whether it be traditional workflows on the ways that you route things, the way you approve things, the ways that you actually send things through a life cycle, or whether or not you pass pieces of data from one application to another. All the thing is that you would like to do to automate a process so that you're not manually making these things happen and doing a lot of data mashing and gymnastics around that, is the idea is that you can automate these processes with Microsoft Flow in the Power Platform. And then Power BI, being able to leverage the data from this and other sources in one place so that you can actually get visualizations, analysis, and even leverage intelligent analysis with some of the AI and predictive analytics capabilities to be able to look at the data in ways that's useful information for decision support. And then more and more people are starting to explore the value of AI in project and portfolio management and work management. One of the early types of returns you can get is on basically taking manual tasks and taking those everyday tasks and automating those through more AI-based or conditional processes, or maybe do some analysis that we can't do simply with our own human interpretation of data. The idea is that because you're in the Microsoft Cloud, the ability to do and leverage the AI capabilities as they evolve are becoming more and more available to us as even business users, not technical users. So if we look at Project for PowerApps, instead of having all of our different teams working in different tools, different technology, different clouds, the idea of bringing different pieces of work, initiatives, projects, and other things in a variety of project plans, whether you're using Project for the Web or other Microsoft tools that we talked about earlier on for work management, having them be stored in a common data store, in the common data service, now allows us to leverage that information in a variety of ways, not just for visibility, but also for managing things in a cohesive process, or maybe even do analysis and selection and optimization and prioritization and the things that you might want to do in a work management environment, since we can't do everything that's put on our doorstep. And being able to leverage that data from the CDS and leveraging extended solutions in PowerApps, but still being able to leverage Project for the Web to build your plans and use other work management tools to do that as well in the Microsoft stack, it gives us a flexible set of capabilities that allow us to do things in a more integrated and seamless fashion. So things that you can do in here are things like demand management and intake and requests, portfolio management for different ways to not only look at your portfolio, but ways to analyze your portfolio and maybe select the portfolio that fits within your constraints of resources and financials and all those different types of things. The financial management, be able to do financial tracking and budgeting on a level of granularity that makes the most sense to you. Be able to do resource management and capacity planning and making sure that we have the ability to deliver within the constraints of the resources we have at hand or that we have availability to access. Overall project management. In this case, There's methods where Microsoft is helping people not only use the project for the web, but also incorporate the more involved capabilities that are available to you in Project Professional, so that depending on the needs of the project manager or the work effort, we can use all the above to feed into these portfolios of work. And then managing the things around projects outside of the schedule and the resources, the issues, the risks, the change requests, the lessons learned, whatever it might be, to be able to have robust solutions that address these things and make sure that you have the capabilities at your fingertips to do these things in a common solution. And then the team collaboration. Doug gave you an initial look-see and how this stuff can be enabled and aggregated and brought into a common forum within Microsoft Teams. That's here today, and it allows you to manage all aspects of your projects and work through Teams, whether it be conversations and files and schedules and resources and all the different dimensions that we're talking about here today. Have status reports to become a natural output of the process instead of having to compile these manually or semi-manually, a big time saver that can be done once we have a common solution like this. Time management, be able to collect time on all work, regardless of where it's being initiated and executed, and even have them be done on a mobile device. And then the analytics and integrations like we talked about with Power BI and the reporting that's available, and just reports that are available both out of the box and report packs and content packs that are available, as well as the flexibility to actually do them in a way that you'd like to see them in a form and format that you're used to seeing in your organization. So with that, we're going to take it to the next step and say, with the building blocks we saw already for a project on the web, let's extend that and leverage the power of the Power Platform and look at pre-configured solutions that Microsoft provides with its OnePlan to get you started quickly in this new environment. And Doug, take it away.
Great, thanks, Jim. I'll show my screen. Just confirm that you can see the screens.
Yes.
Thank you. So when we left things off, we were in the Teams environment, illustrating how we can view the project for the web interface and all of this project's activities and tasks directly from within Teams. As Jim's mentioned, Project for the Web is built on the Microsoft Power Platform, offering extensibility and the ability to deploy and develop additional functionality in and around the new Project for the Web capabilities. So I'll be showing you our Power Platform solution and our adaptive PPM pre-configured environment together with our OnePlan solution to offer full end-to-end lifecycle project and portfolio management capabilities. So here we're looking at Microsoft's Power Platform at a Power App, showing that software development project built on Project for the Web, along with a variety of other functionality available within this interface that we've built into that pre-configured solution that we're able to deploy to get you up and running very quickly with this new Power Platform and with this new Project for the Web modern scheduling capability. So if I click through to the My Dashboards area within this tool set, I'm able to very quickly navigate through to another interface and show you the dashboards here live within the PowerApps platform. And here we're looking at a hybrid PPM report branded with our OnePlan branding, showing a project's dashboard with budget, forecast, and actual information all rolled up from across those projects that we're delivering on that platform, fully interactive, so that users who arrive at this adaptive PPM interface based again on the Power Platform toolset for Microsoft, they're able to very quickly navigate through to a dashboard and view information about a portfolio of projects that are ongoing within this interface. So we have full lifecycle support built into our pre-configured environment to support the lifecycle of project requests, top-down portfolio and program planning, and bottoms-up project management together with resource and financial information being gathered about these projects. So if I click on the project requests area of our solution, you'll see in this left navigation under requests, the project requests show us a list of active requests that have been dropped within the tool. Users are able to come into this interface, submit new ideas, submit new demand for work or for new projects. You can limit who is able to drop in new ideas to perhaps business relationship managers whose responsibility it is to work with business units within your organization and enter these requests for prioritization by the project management office. Or you could extend it and leave it open so that pretty much anyone within the organization can arrive here to drop in a proposal for a project. So here we have a project that's been requested, support customers using mobile. We have an owner for this. This particular one's in an approved state, and you see that the approval is exposed within this business process flow, and the illustration or the graphic on screen shows us that it's a new request. It went through a review process. It's currently approved. We see the details and value statement about this. We're also able to gather other information about these requests to help with prioritization and the decision making around which of these projects make sense for the organization and which ones should be perhaps declined and or deferred and put on hold to a subsequent fiscal year. So this is just a sample of how we could do prioritization by gathering scoring information about whether or not it's aligned with the corporate strategy, whether or not this project has a low, medium, or high risk, what the estimated benefits and costs for this particular submission are, all to help you through a portfolio planning and prioritization exercise. So we have project requests that have come in that have been associated and related to portfolios or programs. And we've set this configuration up using those terminologies. Very common with most of our customers to think in terms of portfolios and programs and subsequently projects, but you could take a lean or an agile approach and think in terms of epics or maybe products that you're focused on, depending on your type of business and the industry that you're working within. Here we have a number of active portfolios, appeal to a younger demographic, cloud and mobile first. One can think of these as strategic themes instead of portfolios, essentially the key business objectives or drivers against which you are going to invest in programs and projects and assign resources to work towards. If I click on this cloud and mobile first portfolio, we'll see, similar to the project request or ideation interface, some general information about this cloud and mobile first portfolio, business case descriptors, a collection of information about the goals and the prioritization. If I navigate through to the financial tab here, we've started to build out an all-up portfolio budget, one against which we have set aside some funding of $9.5 million. And as we associate projects and programs to this portfolio, the budget starts to roll up and calculate for us. So we see we have a remaining project budget of $5.6 million approximately, because approximately $3.9 million in projects has been associated with this particular portfolio already. Status indicators about the health of the portfolio. And of course, we can view that in a variety of different reporting formats, which I'll navigate through to in a few moments. Programs are associated with portfolios, and this might be products associated with strategic themes. Again, the terminology that we're using here is very common, but this is easily adjusted or adapted to reflect your way of thinking and your way of representing your work within your line of business. And then within these programs, I can navigate through to the world-class customer support program to see the projects associated with that. I can view all of the cloud and mobile first projects right here on this screen to see the various projects that have been associated, or as I drill down through programs and drill into that world-class customer support and examine the projects there, you'll see the relationship tree that we've built out to eventually arrive with this support customers using mobile initiative and this project that was proposed from an idea right through to this end state of a live project being delivered. Now we'll examine some additional information about this particular project in a moment, but I want to flip to some reporting very quickly and show you that those views of the ideation within the tool set can be easily navigated so that we see the requests that are coming in, all of the new in review or approve requests, including that support customers using mobile project that we've been focused on for a few moments. See reporting about prioritization and benefits, and a great way to visualize the information that's being gathered as we're taking projects through an ideation process. So if I navigate back to that project reporting and the projects and open up that support customers using mobile project again, that particular project, we're gathering information to build out a business case. But as we are tracking that project, we're also interested in building out not only business case details, but we want to see what resources are assigned to this particular project as we build out a resource estimate and we feed information in here from the project for the web interface. So our resource workload or our estimate from this particular project can be built out using that project for the web toolset. We have a series of resources that have been assigned to this particular project. We have various commitment levels showing over time. And because we're able to roll up this information from a variety of different projects, we're also exposing a heat map indicator here to show us that some of these projects and some of these resources have over allocations. So a project manager is in great demand through September, October, whereas Amy Cornell's only has a limited demand on her time from August through to November, showing that she has no overage and excess capacity against that particular resource. Within the reporting, we also show full information about project financial health as well. So as we associate costs with those resources, and as we assign those resources to various tasks, we're able to roll up that information into a project financial health report, as we're seeing here. And that financial information is visible right here in the financial tab for that project plan. We're consolidating the resource details from that resource plan and from the project for the web application. We're exposing the total labor costs in this view. And then we've added additional cost categories and expense types for CapEx and OpEx to capture information about materials and supplies, contracts, travel and expenses, etc., all visible within this interface for roll up again into those reports that I showed a moment ago, and even for export directly from this interface out to an Excel spreadsheet if you want to very quickly get that out and start to manipulate maybe a comprehensive plan or comprehensive spreadsheet within that tool. We can even do comparisons in this view, so I could compare my budget to my actual information directly on screen, showing where I've set aside a budget, and as we're capturing actuals, roll that information up in these views. Now finally, similar to Project Online, like we've done in the past with the application PWA, and through that interface, we can gather risks and issues and track changes related to this project all directly within this adaptive PPM environment, again, built on the Microsoft Power Platform. Finally, as we build out those resource plans for those projects, as I mentioned a moment ago, we're able to consolidate all of the project for the web project activities and all of the resource estimates that we're making using our OnePlan resource estimating tool directly into a resource planning interface, showing us for this particular team of users all of their allocations across various projects, where they've been reserved and or committed to various projects, and where we have heat map indicators turning yellow and red is where we have over allocation of those particular resources, some of them that are in high demand, and those resources where we need to give some consideration for substitution of other resources, maybe move things around for those particular projects and handle those over allocations. And then finally, we have a full portfolio analyzer view built within the interface as well. So this is our OnePlan portfolio planner. We're looking at a collection of project plans. And in this case, we're actually mixing a variety of plans from not only the project online interface and the new project for the web application interface, but we also see plans that are exposed here with work elements and activities coming from other highly in use work, task, and project planning tools such as Azure DevOps, Jira, Planner, other tools through which we can integrate using our technology for OneConnect, using our technology known as OneConnect for consolidating information in this view. So this particular view offers you very quick insights into a portfolio of projects, a portfolio of activities that are happening within the organization, and the ability to change these views around to do prioritization or to examine different metrics about these projects. So for example, a financial summary view exposes information with a different look and feel and a different way of visualization of the data. If I was a user of this and was examining this financial view, I could change the grouping around within this organization and not group by stage, but instead group by business unit or funding source, or the overall health or schedule health or financial health of these projects. So I might change my view to group this by on track, at risk, etc. Change some of the other view information to remove, for example, that ROI value, and then save this view out as my own personal view without needing to include the PMO and request that they make changes to this view for me or to publish a new view based on my specific requirements. We support board views within the portfolio analyzer view as well. So create, select, plan, and manage, showing the lifecycle stages for these projects. And if I wish to modify one of those tiles, I could easily add, for example, a risk metric to those to show these strong risk or moderate risk projects. And then finally, we support road mapping views within this as well, coming back full circle to the project capabilities to display information in a roadmap view. Here we're showing create, select, plan, and manage with visual indicators of these projects to expose their overall health. I could switch this around and again, change the focus to a financial health for these projects and show the yellow and red projects within the interface. So again, we have a full end-to-end capability within the solution to take you from project requests through to top-down portfolio and program management as your organization focuses on your key strategic themes and your business drivers. And then finally, to drill right down into project management, incorporating scheduling from project for the web, and allowing for insight into where your resources are allocated and what your all-up project management lifecycle looks like for your organization. With that, I'd like to turn it back over to Jim, who will wrap up the presentation with a few slides and a few takeaways from the demonstration today. Thank you, Jim.
All right, terrific. Can you see my screen?
I can, thank you. Oh, it's just disappeared, Jim.
All right, hold on.
There we go.
All right, terrific. So thank you for that demonstration, Doug. Using Project for the Web is a great way to have a more universal modern experience for managing your projects. But being it's tied to the common data service and hence to the Power Platform gives us a lot of capabilities and potential that we didn't have before. In summary, we're giving you, and Microsoft's providing a modern user experience that's expected by today's workforce. Also, Microsoft's work management suite with all the tools available to you in the Microsoft Cloud provides a complete set of tool options for you depending on the type of work and the approach that you want to take. Project for the Web is Microsoft's reimagined tool for project and work management, the next generation of Microsoft Project. And that common data service provides a common repository for all your projects and all other work and related information around that work. The Power Platform itself provides a basis for robust solutions tailored for your organization, and we showed you an example of just one of them that's possible. And Wickersoft's OnePlan really provides you pre-configured solutions based on this Power Platform that leverages the individual project and work management tools, but puts them in a context of managing them across the organization. For example, like having higher level entities like portfolios and programs and strategic themes, and be able to have data associated with those and associated down to your projects and initiatives, however you model that and look at it for your organization. It also allows you to support a variety of execution methodologies, whether it's traditional waterfall, more agile approaches, lean approaches, or even hybrids. And also you can improve adoption by streamlining access and navigation by not having all this information scattered around different tools and in different places and different files of your organization. It provides a better user experience and a streamlined access to all aspects of your data around project and work management. And when you have a better user experience, you generally get better participation and compliance. Overall, better collaboration across all areas of the business and giving you more complete visibility and transparency, not just within the tool itself, but through the robust reporting that Doug showed you a few examples of as well. So as we go through here and we talk about capabilities, we want to take a moment to tell you about Wickersoft. This is our passion. We focus on project portfolio and work management solutions in the Microsoft Cloud. We're proud to say Microsoft named us their 2019 Worldwide PPM Partner of the Year. We do have a global footprint, and we do have rich experience in putting solutions like this in place, and we've been working in this new platform now for about a year and a half as Microsoft has been formulating this, going on through. So we've got a good head start and the ability to deliver these things for you today. We actually are a full service provider who can provide any of the advisory consulting on the discipline and other aspects of that and managing the change in your organization, as well as all the solutions depth of knowledge to help you make these solutions what you want them to be technically, to configure them, to put them in place, and then operationally be able to train and support you to make sure that your adoption is successful. And we even have a staffing arm to help you with interim staffing if that's a need for you as well. As a takeaway from this, we want to offer you a special offer of the ability to develop a free roadmap of what it would take to get you from your use of tools today. If it's Microsoft Project, Project Online, or other project management tools that you're using, we can help you assess the current requirements in your desired future state and determine how to implement or migrate to this new project and PowerApps solution and what it's going to take from a cost perspective and an effort perspective to make that happen. If you're not really quite that far down the road as far as evaluating this and you're just kind of kicking the tires a little bit right now, we can also offer you a personalized one-on-one demo. Doug gave you a very nice demo, but it was very generalized in its nature. We're happy to schedule one that more in a more targeted fashion addresses your needs as an organization. And if you're really looking at making a decision on a tool, we can actually help you with a trial of these solutions with chaperoned Wickersoft support to see that you get the most out of your trial effort. So all these things are available to you. All you have to do is reach out to us at contactus@wickersoft.com. You can reach out to me directly if you'd like to speak to me about anything we've talked about today at jpatterson@wickersoft.com. And also, we're going to be at Ignite here next week and visit us. Joe Larscheid will be there, maybe some others working and managing the Microsoft booth at Ignite for Project. And also keep your eyes and ears open. We're going to be promoting a road show of a bunch of different capabilities that we're going to take to cities near you and come and present the capabilities of this new platform and the new project and how Wickersoft can help you succeed in adopting them. So keep an eye out for that as well. With that, I would like to thank you all for taking time with us today. Hopefully we gave you a little bit of information about what's here now and what's coming and where the future direction is for Microsoft on this. And I think it's an exciting time. It's for project portfolio and work management for people that work in the Microsoft Cloud. Thank you, and I hope you all have a great day.